So straight off the bat, we've got a build error here. Having a look, and if you have a look here, we've got components and player stats. So then you can see that the problem is in the components player stats. So that will be how you'll find exactly where that problem is. Now, jump back into there, and to just quick fix it, you can press on try to fix it, and it can go through exactly what the problem is. It'll send through all the details through to your AI, and let's see what that comes back with. There we go, it's resolved all the TypeScript errors, and we can move on to the next part. Now, let's say we want to change this upgrade shop section here. Notice how it's a bit shorter than the rest of the page. Let's say we want it to extend to the full height of what it's got room for, which in technical terms would be a flex, but for the sake of this tutorial, taking in mind beginners, we're just going to teach you exactly how to make sure that's the component that's being updated. Now, obviously you could do the really easy option and just say, hey, change that upgrade shop component, but there's a lot of different components that you could be trying to change where you might not know exactly what component it is. And there's a bit of a hack for that. So to do that and make sure you're selecting that one specific element, you can go down the bottom here and click edit. When you click on edit, you're actually able to hover over the different elements and find exactly which one you want to select. So if you click here, it's going to select that div. Now you can just jump down below it and ask for your change here. And let's see what it does. Pressing that cross there, that's just closing the edit mode too. That's not going to stop it from thinking or doing anything. Don't be afraid to close the edit mode. It's not a big issue. Okay, now you'll see that it hasn't actually done as it's told. And now this is a common error. Another way we can try and avoid that is to select the parent of that element, because that could be the problem. See, when I've done that, it's actually still selecting that same element, and I haven't seen that there's an element above. Now, I'm glad I didn't think this through and just made that quick little error, because this is a good reminder to you guys that it's really easy to not see that there's a separate div behind it. If you go back again, you're going to see that it's selecting that entire row. So again, you can just select any part of this, go back up and make sure that it's selecting the right div. Now we're going to message it and say update this to do the same. And let's see how that goes. There we go. Now what we can see here is that we've got a locked height on this part. If you see something like this happening, it's because you've got a height set on the div or the container that is actually inside of the outer container. So again, you can do the same thing. You can select edit, and this is remembering that I'm mostly catering to beginners here. Obviously, if you know how to code or you have the basics down, then you can just jump into the code and fix this part manually, and you can use this to find out exactly where it is. But for beginners, we're just going to make sure we've got that element selected. Now it's not showing me the preview. If it does this, refresh the page. If you refresh the page, it will help to make sure that that edit function is working again properly. And then if I press edit, we can now see it selecting, and oh, there we go. It's still being a little bit temperamental on these small boxes, but it's working better. Anyway, we'll go up, and this element can't even be styled, so this is likely where our issue is, because one that doesn't get highlighted when we're over it, as you'll see here. So when we jump over here, we'll just ask it again to make sure this doesn't have a width set that restricts it from getting the full height of the container. Okay, so it's made a little bit of an error. So what we're seeing here is it's extended down further than it's meant to have. And obviously each of these elements have a set height that they are obviously catering to, and we can either choose to set this to stay to the same kind of height, or we could go down to the text and we could set that to a higher Z index, so it hovered over top of it, or set it to go down to the bottom left corner. We could do a whole bunch of things there, but I'll choose the safest option here and the nicest looking option, which is just to make that container fit a smaller height of, let's go 600. We're also going to step it up a level in complexity, and I'm going to show you how to edit that inline. So just here, you're going to go to the H and you're going to see where it says full, and you're going to highlight that, and you're just going to change that inside square brackets to the pixel height that you want. And just one more quick demo on that other div so you can see how it's done again. And well done. That'll do for now.